Hey guys, my name's Jake, and the calendar officially reads October, so you know what that means. Time to break out the ink pens. Inktober 2020, week 1, let's get it. So for those that don't know, Inktober is an annual drawing event that's been going on for a couple years now. It's put on by Jake Parker, and every year he puts out a list of 31 prompts, one for each day of the month of October, and the idea is to draw something in ink every day related to those prompts. I first participated last year, and it was a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it this year. Got some brand new materials, some brush pens, some new Microns, some other pencils and erasers to help us out along the way, and a rough idea of some of the things I'm gonna draw. We're gonna get going on day 1, fish. Just for these, I'm gonna do all the sketching off camera. It's not very exciting to watch. You may notice that this is slightly askew. That is because I am using this to draw, and when I drew it, that was there, and frankly, it looked a little bit more centered there. But, oh well, it's out now, it's off center. We're rolling with it. First mistake of Inktober 2020. There will be more. Let's go. Day 1 is fish. My idea for this one is actually a throwback to a drawing I did last year. I think it was day 4 or so, where I have a guy fishing on an ice pond. And I thought it'd be really cool to replicate a similar look, but it's October, so I figured I'd make it a little spooky. Have a skeleton leaning up against a tree, fishing, catching a skeleton fish, because why not? Day 2 is Wisp. This was a really difficult one to come up with an idea for, and having it be day 2 had me in a little bit of a panic. Eventually I settled on kind of a mix of the Dementor's kiss from Harry Potter with the string cutting scene from Hercules, if you know what I'm talking about. Basically, the Wisp is the soul of this person, and it's being pulled out from him by this all-powerful hand thing. Kind of a combo of two things where this wisp represents the soul of the person. I think it's a pretty cool idea, and overall the composition ended up being pretty cool. You never know where these weird combinations are going to take you. Day 3 is bulky. I actually couldn't really think of a good idea for this one and had to Google the definition of bulky to see if I got some inspiration. And the definition of bulky is taking up much space, typically inconveniently large and unwieldy. So I kind of put a situation where anybody would feel a little large and unwieldy. Middle seat on an airplane, and really just made this guy as bulky as possible. Day 4, this is a pretty fun one. Just a little guy with a radio head, packing some cassette tapes under his arm, ready to go, ready to take on the day. Really fun little design, and I really like this character. Day 5, Blade. Now, I went back and forth on trying to figure out the right blade to use here. I try to be a little creative with these and don't want to just like draw a knife or something. So I settled on katana, and then trying to come up with a cool way to represent a katana, my brain went to cat-tana. And I'm sorry, but I think I'm allowed one pun per week, right? That seems fair. Day 6, rodents. This was another one that I started off by just kind of Googling to see if I could get a little inspiration. Looking at types of rodents that were available to me, I was shocked to find beavers on there. I mean, I feel kind of dumb in retrospect, but to be honest, I had no idea that a beaver was a rodent. Anyway, thought it'd be cool to pair him up with a little mouse friend. The mouse takes care of the cheese, and our beaver boy gets to chew on the mouse trap because he's all about that wood. And finally, end of the week, day 7, fancy. I couldn't for the life of me tell you why, but this was the first idea that popped into my head when I thought of the word fancy. Dressing up a bear, nice tea party, perfect etiquette, pinky out. It was only after I finished that initial sketch that I kind of stepped back and realized that it looked oddly familiar. And then it hit me that I had basically just recreated the Winnie the Pooh meme. I still think it's a pretty solid end of the week, but it does make me question if that meme somehow has sunk deep into my subconscious. And that'll do it. First week of Inktober in the books, feeling really good, super happy with what I've done so far. Let's line all these up and take a look. All right, that was a lot of fun. Really enjoy Inktober. This is my second year doing it. First time filming it, so this is kind of a new experience. I know that the first week of Inktober is kind of the easiest week. Everybody's excited and fresh and has some good ideas. So I'm a little worried about what's coming next, but definitely still excited about finishing out this month and seeing what's to come. If you enjoyed the drawings and want to see them as they come out day by day, you can follow me on Instagram. My username is @jsum_art. Or if you like the surprise of seeing the full week all at once, you can hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you want to be notified as the next couple weeks come out. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the rest of Inktober is going to bring, and I'm sure I'll be looking forward to it a little bit more as soon as I can figure out what I'm going to draw. But until then, see y'all next time.